What's up, Cuzzy Wuzzies? You're listening to the Bayridge Boys, History Hyenas. Bad.
Yo, cackle, 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 cackles. Yo, I do the cackles like that because we just got a couple smoothies from some Chinese guys that are fucking delish. Welcome to History Hyenas with Obi-Wan Cucknogi.
Chrissy D, Chris Distefano.
Did I just call you Obi-Wan Cucknogi?
Nogi. Yeah.
That's because we were just hanging with Chinese.
That's what it is.
Nogi.
China, and I told the
Oh, and I'm Yannis Pappas.
yeah, and that's fucking Yanni TBG PAPPAS.
The trans true blue gay.
Transsexual Yanni Papa.
That's right.
We were just in the smoothie shop because we're a couple of cuties with smoothies.
I mean, I crave smoothies.
I actually got a veggie juice.
Chinese, that fucking board of smoothies in that Chinese place.
They had a lot of shit.
I mean, that looked like a Greek diner menu, cuz.
And I told the Chinese, because it's the truth, and I told the Chinese
and
guys.
I got it on video.
I asked them first because I'm aware of my social I'm aware of my social surroundings. I don't want to offend anyone, so I asked them first.
Like a psychopath.
Yeah, I asked them first what country they were from.
Yeah.
Because I did not want to assume Chinese, even though I could have just been like, you guys are Chinese, right? And they would have said yes, because they don't really know English.
The guy didn't know.
That guy didn't know what was happening. But I made sure to tell them, because it's the truth, that they were in fact Chinese, that China is the new number one in nations. And China, unfortunately, America, we lost our grip, and China's number one now. It sucks, but it's the truth.
It was probably a little weird for them.
Yeah.
They were just trying to make smoothies, and then a guy who looks like a contractor from Iraq or a Marine / now a cop.
Yes.
Comes in and goes, where are you guys from? Yeah, you guys from China? Yeah, you guys are number one. I mean, I was scared for them because I knew they were scared.
They were scared,
As soon as they left, they were like, they started talking to each other about you.
Yeah.
Right? And one of them might have referred to you as Triple H from the WWE. Was in here asking questions.
Yeah.
Because I just realized you look like Triple H.
Really?
Did you ever, ISIS, does he look like Triple H a little bit?
With a beard, yeah, you would look a lot more like
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's fucking jacked.
He's got a little piece, though. If you look close.
Yeah? Got a little baby dick?
I mean, when he's in his tights, he don't have a bulge, cuz.
Did you go? I didn't watch WrestleMania.
I looked. I noticed that.
Cuz you got like padded earmuffs on.
I know.
Right.
You don't wear you don't like to hear yourself.
I'm going no cans. Well, no, because I don't want to mess up my do.
Oh, that's what it is. I'm hairsprayed up right now.
Yeah, you look good right now.
Do I look
you got
groomed?
one little piece coming down.
Yeah. Oh, do I? Do I got the Superman?
No,
curl?
but it looks nice. But it's just a strand because you're a little thin. But
yo, Zach Ice, you picked a freaking delicious hyena pick, right? This cat looks like he's got a mohawk.
Yeah, yeah.
And he needs to go to a dentist bad.
Speaking of, today is going to be all about psychopaths. He's got a haircut. If you go Google Eileen Wuornos, who was the first female serial killer ever killed in the United States, ever put to death, he's got the same hair as Eileen Wuornos.
This hyena right here?
This actually might be Eileen Wuornos in a hyena right now.
Yeah, well, it could be. This could be a female. This could be a matriarch.
Look at how black its fucking tongue is. It literally looks like it just was licking the inside of Bardo's asshole and just showed up for a pick.
Or he's got a fucking tumor on his tongue, or
doesn't matter.
Or he was a smoker, cuz.
Bardo Whitewashed Church is not here today. Neither is Mini Mussolini, who's just given up on us.
Yeah, he just doesn't.
Jim Serpico, Mini Mussolini's given up.
Yeah.
But Zach Isis, always here.
Committed.
To defend the fucking jihad.
Salam alaikum.
Salam, and he just,
He's the one we need. I mean,
absolutely.
Bardo just sits in that corner and just gets nauseous.
He's basically, Zach is just here. How we're crushing cocks, Zach is crushing infidels. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Zach's on a fucking, he needs the blood of an infidel to keep going every day. And we have smoothies, he just has infidel blood.
That's right.
Yeah.
If he can't get it, then he'll kill some local animals, pray over them to make sure they're halal.
That's what it does. Halali. Yeah.
Halal.
It's a halal meat.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah. And he uses like goat sperm as fucking cologne.
Because there's a couple languages that just take a lot of effort to speak. Maybe that's why a lot of those countries, I bet you if you check their life expectancy, it's a little lower just because of the effort. Even the Scottish accent, The way they have to like from the throat. It's like you don't have to strain like that to talk.
Yeah.
It's brutal. And the Arabic language, you're constantly like playing with your throat like that.
Yeah.
That's going to scratch it up, cuz.
Scratch it up. And it's like you can't whisper in those languages. Like, how can you whisper?
Yeah.
You can't whisper in Scottish. Yeah.
How do you whisper in Scottish? That's a good point.
You can't whisper in Scottish or Middle East. You can't whisper. You always got to be loud.
No.
And it's like you can't calm down, you know?
You look like you just showered.
Yeah, I'm a clean kid.
You're a psychopath, cuz.
Yeah.
There's been a few times I've gone back and forth in my mind. I'm like, is this guy just one of the greatest actors of all time?
Yeah.
Is this his sanity mask? What they call the sanity mask?
Right.
I mean, if you're a psychopath, you're fucking good.
I'm a good one, right?
You get people to like you bad. But the way you just went into that Chinese smoothie shop and started interrogating those guys, like we were in an episode fucking NYPD Blue.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
That's what a psychopath does, cuz.
Yeah, because I got no empathy.
Cuz I met a fucking psychopath the other night. I called you about it right away because I'm a true blue guy. I called you first.
That was the hair stood up on the back of my neck.
Is it weird for you that you have a friend that's important to? Like I actually thought, I was like, this was one of the greatest experiences of my life. Like it meant something to me. Whereas somebody else, it would be like just some dick walked in, you know?
Well, somebody else would have like started a fight with this guy, but you, instead of, because you were angry internally, you were like, I need to pick this guy's brain because I know him in the presence of a potential mass murdering psychopath.
I knew what he was.
Yeah.
I knew what he was, and then I convinced him to give me his business card, and then when I looked at his Instagram later, I went and researched his name because I'm a fucking maniac. Maybe I'm a psychopath. I got a tumor for
you
sure.
Probably, yeah, you definitely have a brain. Well, you 100% have a brain tumor. Glioblastoma.
Glioblastoma.
In the frontal lobe, probably right by the amygdala, which is the emotion center. And yeah, that's what it is. I told you I was sent here by the simulators to take you down. Once you put on the Marisa wig in 2011, we were all watching. We're like, okay, now somebody's got to step in. And I've been trying to tell the simulators I don't want to put him down. He's a good kid, but they may override it. And I don't know. Either I'm going to put you down or they're going to put you down.
And why are they going to make me dig the hole? Are you going to take me out? Are you going to take me out Aaron Hernandez style to a field and make me dig a hole and shoot me into it?
I might have to, yeah. It's all kind of, the instructions haven't come down. They may want to do something funny and just feed you to wild hyenas. They may want to do that just as a laugh.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you would be like, hey, cuz, we're going to go do some history research in Africa.
Yeah.
Take me to a private reserve that's not regulated by the South African government.
Yep.
And we go out and see the hyenas, and then you pull out the gun and make me walk out into the field.
Yeah.
That's wicked, cuz.
Yeah.
I knew you were a fucking psychopath, cuz. Because when I was saying that, your eyes lit up. You're like, that's a fucking good idea.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to a private reserve, unregulated.
That's it, yeah.
Right? You're going to slip the fucking African guy 20. He knows his money's, that goes a long way in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
So he's going to take the 20 and say, this between me and you, cuz, you and the simulators.
Yeah.
And he's not going to understand. He's going to nod, but he's going to take that fucking Benny Frank or whatever you hand him,
Yep.
that Andrew Jack.
That's it.
And then you're going to walk me out to the matriarch hyena to watch me get fucking eaten.
Yeah.
Because you are under the command of the simulators and you are a robot psychopath. I knew it the whole fucking
Absolutely.
time, cuz.
That's a plan.
I'm paranoid.
Or
bad.
another plan is Zach Isis is going to behead you and then sell your head to Bardo, and Bardo's going to serve it at Christmas dinner. So they want to eat, because sometimes like the wasps want to have a taste for human meat.
Yeah.
So Bardo may serve it at Christmas.
Yeah.
And they do that.
Never work with him.
You would never work with
Oh,
him.
yeah,
Right?
that
They don't like
Jew.
the British. They don't like.
Oh, the British, yeah.
Because he's an Anglo or a Saxon.
They want to kill them.
Yeah. God.
Yeah.
It's amazing to really reiterate.
You're having a stroke.
The tumors.
You're having a stroke. Yeah.
We reiterate this constantly, but it's like, it's amazing that Bardo really does in his genetic makeup. He can't help it. He looks, Zach, and you look like a dirty person.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that you got tape on your glasses.
Yeah.
And you got a sheik's beard.
Yeah.
But naturally, just your eye color, your phenotype, your facial structure, he looks at you like just a dirty,
like a dirty kid.
like a dirty.
But we know you're a good kid.
Yeah, you're a good kid.
Phenotype. You broke it down like scientifically.
Yeah. We're a nature history
Bardo,
podcast.
I think that's the reason, because Bardo just sent us a text like an hour ago saying he couldn't make it. I think kind of last minute he was like, I can't look at his face again.
Yeah.
And all three of us, I think he was probably feeling a little under the weather today, and he's like, I know if I go sit in that room and like let them make fun of me and just the way they talk, I'm going to throw up, and I don't want to do that.
He doesn't. So this is the story. It was very fascinating. We'll start this episode with this story. This happened to me the other night. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there in between sets at the bar. This dude comes in, wrinkled khakis, right? Aura of privilege, Indian kid.
Right.
He was Indian, South Asian, right? And he just comes in, and he just like is talking loud. He has the confidence of a guy who's got like a gun or knows Taekwondo,
Right.
or maybe was sent by Jesus, or has 20 guys with him outside.
He's a confident guy. Indian people are confident people.
I mean, the amount of confidence was like, the guy's got to have a gun. He's crazy, and he's just like fucking talking down to I was having Chinese food, talking down to this Chinese woman about what he wants to eat. And he's like, he's asking her, like, what should I get? What's good? He's loud and bombastic.
Is he drunk?
Huh?
Potentially?
Potentially drunk, maybe a little blow. Maybe a little blow.
Okay.
But I could tell right away, boom, I had him pinned up. I'm like, this is a kid who grew up around really privileged people.
Right.
He's rich. Obviously a little bit of that was maybe just his sense of just privilege, like just kind of like, I can talk how I want to talk. Maybe I've had a couple, and nobody's ever going to stop anything because if I go to jail, my father will bail me out.
Right.
But I went to his page and his dad's a dentist, right? Indian dentist. So he's not one of those families that runs the world.
Right.
So this was psychopathy.
Right.
And I knew it because this is one of the things I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with dogs.
Right.
I'm obsessed with antisocial personality disorder.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with those people, which is about 1% of the population.
Right.
They estimate suffers from psychopathy.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of fucking people, cuz.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. This episode is so fucking interesting because we're a nature and a fucking history podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I really think, and I'll get back to the story. I'm all over the place.
I love it. Yeah,
my tumor's kicking in.
Yeah.
But it's probably before we knew about this and before like we were on the lookout for this and before you could do CAT scans and before there was this checklist that we're all going to talk about, the history of the world was probably mostly pushed forward by these fucking animals.
Wow.
Nobody was looking for them. Nobody knew what it was. They were undetected. They were just walking around with their what they call a quote unquote sanity mask. Just fucking all these people do, psychopaths, is manipulate for fucking fun, and they're just they're basically evil. I mean, but it doesn't come from any moral place. It's they're born this way with different brains, which we'll get into. So anyway, this kid comes in there, bombastic, yelling at the woman, whatever. And then he sits down right next to me.
Was he jacked out, this guy?
No, he wasn't that jacked out. He looked a little jacked out, like athletic.
If you fought him, would it be a
I
problem?
would have fucked him up.
You would have beat his ass.
First of all, I was 20 years older than him, so I have the man
Man strength.
Yeah, and when you feel the anger bubbles, it's just my reason shuts off.
And you felt the anger immediately once you started to talk.
I felt immediately when it came in, I knew he was a person. I could immediately tell this was a guy who had no social decorum, wasn't concerned with fitting into the energy of the room, was going to come in and force everyone to turn to
kind of adhere to his way.
Exactly. Adhere. Yeah. That's a good word. Adhere to his way and just conform.
Right.
And to his energy. And he was just going to try to make everyone subservient to him. He's a kid who should have got punched.
Right.
I should have punched. It crossed my mind a few times.
Interesting.
Yeah, like I was in there. I was like, am I going to punch this kid? You feel the anger come up. And
yeah, because you hit people. We've been friends for about 5 years, and we're both in our 30s and early 40s, and you've punched, I would say, about 5 or 6 people. You've gotten into fist fights, which is wild. I've gotten into a fist fight since I'm about 18 years old.
Not 5 or 6. Don't make me into a psycho.
I mean, you hit somebody.
2 or 3.
You punched your sibling. Then you punched
in the stomach.
In the stomach, but it's still, I mean, you punch your sibling who's in his fucking late 50s in the stomach.
He hit me in the head first.
Yeah, but you punched him in the stomach.
I did not punch him without him punching me
first.
first.
You punched 2 people at different comedy clubs. You kicked one, then you punched another one.
Yeah.
And then I think you threw a swing at somebody else.
No, I don't think so. But
didn't you fight one of your friends? When's the last time you fought Ched?
Long time.
But you fought him a couple of times, though.
Yeah, early millennium that happened.
All right.
So yeah, but then he sat down right next to me and he ordered his food after fucking talking down to this woman, being like, I remember this part. He goes, "What's good?" And she's like, "What's your favorite?" And he goes like, "So many things." He goes, "No." He was like commanding her, "No. Stop looking down. Stop looking down. Stop looking at the menu. Stop. You tell me what's your favorite."
Wow.
Right? Yeah. White rice, brown rice. He was just like that and like sent her off like a fucking serf.
Ugh.
Right? Oh, and he goes, he starts speaking a little Chinese to her, too. So
was she impressed or she didn't care?
At first, she was like, didn't know what he was talking about. She was like acting very like, in her mind, Chinese are fucking good. Like, you're right.
Yeah.
She knew, she's like, this guy's a dick, but, he's
we're going to spit in his food.
We're going to spit in his food and get his money.
Yeah.
Big deal, right? So, So then she walks away, and it's just me and him, and he's sitting right next to me on an empty bar, right, with his fucking wrinkled pants.
Like knee to knee next to you?
Like next to me, yeah, like in all this open space, right? And then he goes like this. He puts his arm over to pound it, like, hey, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing tonight? Whatever. And he puts his hand, and I just look at to pound. I was defensive right off the bat because I just didn't like him.
Yeah.
So I just looked at his hand.
And also, you weren't in the mood. I was talking on the phone a few hours before. You weren't in the mood.
Yeah.
And you could be when you're not in the mood. It's you could be
I'm
tough
not
to
a
be
go
around.
with the flow guy. Yeah.
No, not at all.
But yeah, I wasn't.
Which is great.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let this kid just sort of change. Like I was eating alone, watching the fucking Rockets OKC game.
Right.
And now I got to deal with this kid. So
Right.
he leans his fist over to fist bump it, like almost into my space. And I just looked at his hand, like for the fist bump. He did it like that, like what's up, man? I just looked at it, like looked at him, looked down at it, looked him dead in the eye, and was just like, I'm eating, man.
Did you bump him back?
Huh? No, I didn't fist bump him.
Wow.
No. And then he
There you
goes
go.
like,
that's a warning shot.
And then he goes like, yeah, people in New York are like, not friendly. New York's the type. New York's the type of town you go to a bar, and I was like, we're not at a bar. I told him, I was like, hey man, it's not a bar. We're in a restaurant. Like I'm eating. I'm not at a bar looking to socialize.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. And then he just kept talking. And then I was like,
to you, kept talking.
Kept talking, yeah.
And you're not
He goes,
answering.
What are you Greek? Not really. He goes like, yeah. What are you? He guessed I was.
Guessed that you were Greek.
He guessed I was Greek.
That made you feel happy a little bit, right?
That made me feel like, wow, kid's smart.
Yeah.
From again phenotype.
Yeah.
He guessed it from my phenotype.
Did you respond with no? I'm actually Turkish.
I told him, yeah, I'm Greek. Then I started talking to him a little bit,
you're not.
smiling.
Ancestry.com says you're a Turk.
And then at the end, I was like, I'm not Greek. But anyway, with all in this, he gave me his business card. He was like, you got it. He asked me if I had a card. I was like, nah. And I was like, do you have a card? And he gave it. So I had his card.
Nice.
Then when we left, he was just like, he said something in Chinese, like, this guy, thumbs down. And then he was like, no. He saw me looking at him, and he's an eye. Because he saw that I was like,
not into it.
He saw I was not into it, and he saw that I wasn't like it was possible he could get punched.
Right.
It was possible.
So he had that. At least he had that wherewithal to know that.
Because when you look into his eyes, fearless. This kid, when I say this kid, he was a kid. 20, 21 years old, baby, 22. Fearless. And I know if you're a normal person, that type of energy, you're just going like, wow. Because normal people have fear. They have concern. They have, they want to act right. They want to fit in. They want to. So a guy like this who has zero, and this kid had zero. He was a psychopath. This kid was the 1% of human beings on the planet. For sure. And then when I showed you his pictures.
Yeah, he looks nuts.
Yeah. And I was dead right about him. He went to, we're not going to say, he went to a privileged school, all this shit. And, his dad, like I said, his dad's the dentist. I know everything about him now because I would be a fucking great FBI agent.
Yeah. Was his Instagram private?
No, public.
Yeah.
He was boastful. All the things that kind of go down the list of the traits of psychopaths. This kid was. He lied. He told me he was half Greek. They mirror you, like in their superficial charm, glib. They mirror you. Yeah, you're Greek. And you guessed right. Very smart. And I was like, yeah. He's like, my mother's Greek. Why aren't you at church? He was trying to impress me with the little stuff. Tikanis. He was saying a couple lines and stuff, just like he was trying to talk Chinese. The kid was drunk, and that's why his sanity mask was a little down, and he was so like overt with it, and most people wouldn't pick it up. But he walked into a person who's been reading about this and obsessed with this for so long that I was like, finally, I met a full-blown one.
Why don't you hang out with him all night then?
Because that's their energy. You want to be away from that energy. So
interesting.
So bad. Zach, is you nodding, right? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I feel like I've met people like that. And
Yeah.
that energy is just like...
You want to be away. You can't do anything with that energy.
So do you think, more likely than not, in growing up in New York City, we have absolutely encountered true psychopaths?
Absolutely.
We don't know it, though.
You've probably been around one or two or three, and you've suspected it, felt it in your gut, but never really thought about it because you might need something from them or something. That's how they thrive. Right, they the dangerous ones are the ones who like kind of live with their mother, are dependent on their mother, and all those things. They end up killing people or whatever like that.
But there's
a small percentage.
So being a psychopath is a little kind of prevalent. 1% of a population, but being a serial killer is very, very low.
Right. It's sort of like virtually no serial killers aren't psychopaths.
Right.
But not all psychopaths are serial killers. In fact, most psychopaths are not serial killers.
It's like Muslims. Most Muslims are not terrorists.
Exactly.
That's what it is. I mean, Zach. I mean,
But some
are.
but some are.
Yeah. Very few are. Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Yeah, and a lot of them rise. It helps them in rising up the ladder because they just don't have a conscience. That's what it is. Their brain just doesn't have a conscience. The telltale sign for me that you're around someone who's either a sociopath or a psychopath, and a sociopath is basically like psychopath light, kind of more nurture, harder life, you know, and they develop that callousness, where the psychopath's brain, which we'll talk about in a second, is, you know, the CAT scans prove a little different, born that way.
Deaf, yeah.
Is if you constantly feel like you have no power with this person, because psychopaths constantly seek the position of power. That's where they need to be, and there's no give. It's like they're there, and if you find yourself constantly walking on eggshells around that person,
that's a psycho.
Yeah, and you can't guess what their morality is, what they're into, and they do that on purpose because that's the way they're built.
Right.
When you can't figure someone out or put your finger, it's like that's because that keeps you thinking about them, and they're very successful.
Right.
Because people don't know how to most people can't see past the sanity mask.
I feel like
they're callous people. They don't give a shit.
I like, you know, the psychopath things for me are like, you know, like, because I've only, you know, really seen them in like movies, TV shows, watched documentaries on them as well. But the no empathy of killing of small animals is so, I mean, I know a lot of people know that, but that is fucking wild to me. Because even as a child, when I would see a small animal,
you would kill it.
I never killed. The only thing I could tell you.
Let the mask down, Chris.
No, the only thing I could tell you.
Take the mask off.
All right.
This is what this podcast is really about.
It's an intervention. My mom's behind that curtain.
No, take a mask off. How many small animals did you kill?
Never tried. The only
Frogs.
small animal I tried to kill, like actively tried to kill, was cats. I tried to kill a few cats in my life, but that's what kids in Ridgewood used to do.
Yeah,
you know, we shoot at cats or try to. You know, there would be cats. So I remember one time there was a cat like kind of limping across Juniper Valley Road in Queens, and I hit the gas. You know,
I knew it.
Is that? Yeah, you think I got it in me?
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah, unfortunately,
it's breaking my heart because
I'm a good kid, but
the mask you put on, you would be a good kid. Who you've created. The personality who you've created is a good fucking kid.
Because I know that there are times where you're on to me because like you say a lot like it's amazing how many things we have in common, but it's really just we have nothing in common.
Yeah.
I just am taking everything you say.
You mirror.
And I mirror and then I make it like, oh, I did that too.
Yeah.
And I think of examples in my head about how I can pull it past you.
Yeah, you don't care.
Yeah, I don't care about you at all. No.
You don't care about anything.
No.
It's not your fault. You can't.
Yeah.
You don't have any emotions.
I would just, if we were sitting here right now and somebody came in and decapitated you, I would just watch your head roll, and then I'd be like, please join our Patreon page. That's what Yeah, I mean, you know, but what are you going to do?
You were born there. It's not your fault because I don't blame you.
Yeah,
you're God's creation.
Well, I think I was fine, and then when I was altar boys, you know, when I told you the priest asked me to go up and get him a new cloak, and then I blacked out. I think maybe that's when things changed. I think I awoke a new person.
Yeah,
is that potential? Is that possibly it?
It's potential. It's good.
Yeah, a part of my brain shut off, and I said I have to do this now.
Yeah. I mean,
because I don't remember what happened. I blacked out.
Yeah,
I blacked out, and then I woke up.
He turned you.
I was in mass. Yeah,
he turned you. He turned you into one.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay.
So what's it like walking around with the mask all day? Is it fun? Is it just fun to manipulate, move around, fun?
It's fun.
Use people for your own appetites.
It's fun, like when people are talking to me, like talking down to me, or telling me, like giving me information that I already know, and I'm just thinking about their eyeballs in my pocket, just walking around.
You want to put their eyeball?
I want to make chains out of their eyeballs. I want to just walk around one day and I'm going to just show up with a chain with everybody's eyeballs.
How do you control the urge to lash out? Because it's just easy. You don't have the feelings. Because that's the thing about psychopaths. They don't feel fear. They also don't really feel rage. They don't feel happy.
Right.
They don't feel empathy. They just don't feel.
I don't feel. Yeah, that's why like girls I have sex with, like I have sex with them once, never call them again because I just don't care.
You just don't care.
I just don't care. And if they don't care about me, I just don't care. I'll have sex with a guy. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
You know?
But you pretend to be such a nice guy, but underneath, it's just a game for you.
It's a game. It's all
you can't wait to watch these people fall apart.
Well, because I think about, like, what's really the difference between me and a hyena or, like, a lion? Like, they'll kill babies, and it's like, what's the difference? Oh, just because I have, like, a frontal lobe? that's active. Like it's like no,
Well, that's the point. Your frontal lobe is impaired.
it's broken. Yeah. My frontal lobe's broke.
But yeah, that would be the difference. Yeah, that's the difference between at least me and a hyena.
Is your frontal lobe? You have
Frontal
empathy.
lobe. I have empathy.
Yeah.
Understanding.
Yeah.
Wanting to cooperate.
Right.
Doing it for the principle, for the greater good.
Yeah, I don't care.
No, Chrissy D just wants to feed that. You want to feed that handsome face.
That's all I want to do. I want to feed.
And you were born with a good face. You're like the Ted Bundy of comedy.
Yeah, cuz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you act all wounded, like that's the way Ted Bundy would do it. Basically, like, remember Buffalo Bill?
Yeah.
I'd fuck me.
Put the lotion in the basket.
I'd fuck me.
Yeah.
His method was pretending he was injured. They took that from Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy. He would make believe he had a broken arm and then hit him with the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that's a good idea? You don't even need to do that.
No.
Because they come to you.
That's coming to me. Yeah.
That's the only reason you're in comedy, to take bodies.
Yeah. Everywhere I go, I kill somebody. Everywhere I go, cuz I have a duffel bag. It's full. It's starting to fill up.
Yeah. So it's an interesting topic today.
Yeah. Well, you did most of the research there because I was out skinning people.
Yeah.
Where did it start? Who
busy.
coined the term? It's the Pinel, right? Who coined psychopaths?
Yeah, Philippe.
Philippe. Is he a Frenchman? Is he fucking?
Yeah. Can you help us with this, Isis? Philippe Pinelli. So, there's a few names. It's pretty boring. I mean, anyone can Google it. But yeah, you got a couple dudes who are very important. And we'll just mention it quick going back. And then when we get to the modern day guys, that's when it gets good. That's the thing about psychopathy is, like I said, it's really only a 19th century, that's when the conversation started, is like the early 19th century.
Okay.
And it was a French physician named Philippe Pinelli. Philippe,
Philippe.
Again, the French making it difficult. The guy's name's Philip Pinel, all right? It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
But, French sounds beautiful. But he...
Ryan Phillippe. I'd love to fucking tear his ass up. Right? He's a fucking
cute.
cutie with a booty.
The person who coined the term, by the way, was a German psychiatrist, J.L.A. Koch. He coined the term in 1888.
Yeah.
Koch brother.
It's German, yeah.
Germans.
So the Germans, they're all psychopaths, the Germans. That's
Yeah.
what's so ironic about that is that he's German and the Germans themselves, the whole society is psychopaths. They're all cerebral. They don't have. That's why they're so bad at fucking comedy.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah, they stink at comedy.
They just don't have a sense of humor.
Germans are not funny.
So yeah, Koch was the guy who coined it, but Philip Pinel was the first person, I guess, in recorded history. Fucking Muslims love that phrase, right?
They love because apparently their religion's the only religion that's in recorded history.
Whatever that means.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. He was the first one that kind of noticed that he had some patients that behaved impulsively and self-damaging despite their capability to reason and grasp concepts rationally. So basically what that means is, he was aware, there was always aware of whatever the word was, imbecile or, this guy's crazy, whatever culture, they knew something was wrong with these people, but those people were quite obviously fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. The thing about a psychopath is they seem very normal. They're very rational. In fact, since they have no emotion, I believe humans aren't rational by nature. I believe we're emotional by nature. Psychopaths are the opposite.
They're rational.
They're rational.
Google the interview. What's the interview from from Mindhunter, the one who was 6'9",
Ed Kemper.
Google Ed Kemper interviews, and he is the most rational sounding, normal sounding guy. He's almost affable. You almost like him. You want to listen to him. You're like, I like this guy.
It's a good word for a kid from
Ridgewood. He fucked his mother's head.
Yeah, he cut
his mother's head off and fucked her in the head. and he could be in commercials. He's so good. He could sell you anything.
And then he ate a sandwich probably afterwards.
Yeah, and then he just ate a sandwich and he's fucking fucked his mom's head.
Yeah.
I gotta take a piss. Keep talking.
All right.
I gotta just keep going.
Dude, you got a weak bladder. Are you nervous because I
think it's chlamydia?
I just outed you to the world as a psychopath?
Yeah,
fucking wild.
I'm coming out with a fucking AK.
So Philippe Pinelli, he was the guy that kind of first noticed that. So that was a big thing because these guys, like I said before at the beginning of the podcast, they kind of went their whole lives and throughout history kind of undetected. I'm sure people knew hey, this guy's an asshole or fucking he's a dick or he's evil. But a lot of these dictators, your Pol Pots, your Stalin, just go pick one that caused a lot of damage. I guarantee you, These guys had impaired frontal lobes. That's why they did what they did. They were fucking born psychopaths. They were born with a mental impairment. And that's the thing. It's not even really their fault. And we'll get into the science in a bit because that comes later. But basically, that's the beginning of it, was Philip Pinel. And it's amazing how history is really propelled by people. You know, it's really propelled forward by brilliant individuals. And then in 1834, we got this guy, J.C. Pritchard. He was a psychiatrist. And he proposed the phrase moral insanity to label what later became known as psychopathic behavior. And then in the late 19th century, just like Zach Isis told us, that's when J.L. Koch comes in and selected the term psychopathic. And that was in the 1890s, correct? Around that time. Yeah, to generally describe all personality disorders that exhibited these behaviors. So they're getting closer now.
Right.
And so then in the early 20th century, around the same time, Freud suggested a notion concerning the character of psychopaths. He referred to it as criminality from a sense of guilt. Interestingly, Freud, the father of psychiatry, in a lot of ways, was wrong about this. Because he states that the oppressive guilt is often associated with past events, which initiates psychopathic behavior. So he thought it was like, this is something from the childhood. You know, Freud,
it's all about the childhood with him.
With him, it's all about the childhood.
And the ego.
Yeah, and he was right about a lot of it, but I mean, some of it he was wrong. You know, penis envy, all that shit.
But most psychopaths do have a fucked up childhood. Very, very few. The only one.
No, they don't. The ones who the most serial killers have a fucked up childhood.
Most serial killers, yeah.
Not psychopaths.
Not psychopaths. That's true.
So, and then we get on after that. We're just going to do this quick because it's boring shit, like, again, that you could Google. But since you're listening to this, maybe you won't Google it and you want to hear it out of my mouth. Chrissy just came back from a piss. We're almost done.
I fucking came down. Nice piss. I got a good prostate.
Good scream,
My prostate's good. Yeah, my flow comes out. I would say, if I wish there was a thing to measure it, my piss comes out like 98 miles an hour. My piss comes out like a fucking Randy Johnson fastball, baby.
You know what it is? Universe is balanced.
That's what it is.
You got high blood pressure,
but I got good
bad
prostate.
cholesterol, but the prostate?
Good.
Fucking God. Also, kill cat.
Kill cat.
Everybody knows that. So then in 1952, we jump forward. The American Psychiatric Association actually dropped the term psychopath and officially adopted the new phrase sociopathic personality disturbance.
So sociopathic personality disturbance is the modern term for psychopath. Well, it gets even more modern.
Yeah.
Oh, because once the cuck showed up, I know the cucks are even. They weren't even satisfied with that.
No, you're actually
fucking
right.
Cucks. Yeah. I know even that offended somebody.
You're right.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's
go. It probably
go.
had something to do with
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. I fucking hate people.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, now it's coming out.
Yeah.
See? There it is. Zach, do you see it?
And this is where it bounces.
Do you see the fucking mask coming off?
I've seen it from the beginning. I've tried to recruit. He's not with it.
I'm not with it. I won't do it, cuz that's the only thing. Cuz you know me.
You won't kill Americans.
I'll kill somebody. I won't kill my fellow blood Americans.
Yeah.
And I fucking won't eat Chinese food because I'm fucking American. Okay. I'll go to diners. I'll eat pizza. But once he told me I got to go 6 weeks to the Caliphate, which is in the Middle East, and I said, do they got pizza over there? And he said no. And I said, I can't go.
Yeah,
I would if he could have promised me like some homegrown like pizza and brought like some Mexicans over there to like cook food the way I like it, I would potentially think about going. But nah, not if we're gonna eat fucking hummus and goat cheese. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Well, I know you think that maybe, but I don't think you'd be able to do it. You can't even really do a weekend you can't even do till Sunday anywhere. I cut the Sundays off constantly. Yeah, you need to get back to New York immediately.
Immediately, I can't leave. It's my homeland.
Yeah, you're fucking so New York.
Yeah,
it's fucking it like changes the
because
temperature.
There's times when we live in Bayridge.
Yeah,
there's times, and I fucking. I'm a comedian and a physical therapist, but there's times where I go down to Bayridge by the water and I just look out across the water for enemy fucking boats coming in, just for like incoming enemy shit.
Yeah.
Nobody employs me to do that. The cops don't ask me to do that, but I'm just doing it for New York, for fucking Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure there's no there's no enemy fucking ships or planes coming in.
Yeah.
I'll let people know.
Yeah.
New York, they're not going to get through me, cuz.
New York seeps into your personality in a way that I think other cities don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you are walking New York.
Yeah.
If New York was a human being,
It's Chrissy D.
it would be you.
It would be me.
Yeah, because not only do you represent old New York
Yeah.
and working class New York,
Yeah.
but you also represent the achievement that New York provides.
Yes.
You're all of New York in one.
In one.
I mean, you went and performed for Morgan Stanley, and then you went to a Yankee game with a guy who you grew up with who has a Batman tattoo on his back.
Batman tattoo on his back.
You run the gamut, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I fucking did. It was Morgan Stanley guys, made sick money, and then fucking picked up my boy Wayne and was eating bacon cheeseburgers behind home plate. Wayne almost got thrown out for yelling a racial slur at Giancarlo Stanton when he struck out. So we almost got thrown out.
Struck out 5 times.
Struck out 5 times. I mean,
Brutal.
yeah, we get Giancarlo. We got it. Yeah, we got to get Giancarlo on the podcast.
Fucking brutal. So then, psychopaths are defined around this time in 1952 by Hervey Cleckley as having superficial charm.
Too bad.
Yeah, too bad. And highly skilled intellectual ability. So now they're starting to figure it out. Now they're starting to really figure it out. And that was a Hervey Cleckley. He was, sounds like a Jew, no? Is he Jew?
Is Hervey Cleckley Jew? What happens to your skin?
Name.
Does your skin crawl when you hear that name?
Goosebumps.
Okay.
Yeah, Cleckley explains that psychopaths lack emotional reactions. While they may show anger or happiness, this is only effective mimicry. How fucking wild is that?
That's fucking
How
wild.
fucking wild is that?
Yeah.
That to know they're acting. They've learned it from watching. It's like a robot looking at you, and whenever they get angry or show happiness, it's a complete act.
Even anger is an act.
Anger is an act.
So when you were saying, I remember one time you telling me that some serial killers. Now I don't know if this was factual or this is just your fantasy, but you said that some serial killers. I know we're jumping back and forth with psychopaths, serial killers, but you said some serial killers when they're choking their victim, they actually get a hard on. So like, what is that? So do they still feel sexual stuff? Psychopaths, a true psychopath? Because you said sometimes when they're watching the life come out of their eyes, when they're watching the lights go out, they get a hard on.
Yeah. Well,
So I wonder if like sexuality
I mean,
is.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, I was.
That may just be what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's what that could be. Sometimes you make stuff up because you're like you want to say, you'll be like, oh, this is what I read, but it's really what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm no clinician, so I said that kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's.
But we don't fact check on this
We don't
podcast.
fact
We're like
check
Michael
it up.
Rappaport.
No,
we don't fact check.
We don't fact check, so we just
Yeah.
go for it. But yeah, they do feel they must. I think it's power. I think it's the adrenaline rush of power. I've heard the serial killers say they liked watching the lights go out. They enjoy that.
Right.
So I think it's all tied to power.
Probably,
it really is all tied to power.
Yeah.
But so here we get into the late 20th century. We're almost done. That's when Otto Kernberg steps into
German.
and he's what is he? What does Otto Kernberg do?
Otto's German.
Yeah, that sounds German.
Otto's
But
German,
Kernberg
but
could
he
be
could
Jewish.
he could be American though.
Oh, Otto
Yeah.
Kernberg.
That's when he presented a what they call a hierarchical distinction of antisocial behavior. So now they're starting to see some variation in it. They're starting, and eventually that's where we end up. So now he breaks it up. He specifically focuses on malignant narcissism, personality pattern characterized by narcissistic personality disorder.
Narcissism is big.
Yeah, and
with
it's close to
psychopaths.
psychopaths. Yeah, and it's one of the big features. Absolutely. Antisocial behavior, sadistic behavior, and strong emotions of paranoia.
Right.
So he focused on that. That's not really psychopathy. He explains that the basic ego state of these individuals is emptiness, aloneness. So again, he's thinking this is less biologically based.
Okay.
Then we get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
Then we get to these guys, the Robert Hares.
Yeah.
The guy the scientists who start doing the MRA scans and all that shit, and start figuring out that this is biologically based. That psychopathy, unlike sociopathy,
Okay.
is more a reflection of an impaired neocortex and, on average, an 18% smaller amygdala, and that's the late 20th century.
The 18% smaller amygdala is very interesting because that's the emotion center in our brain. So like when that's smaller, obviously you're feeling less and less emotion. It makes sense. And people who have tumors there, like there's a case that we found. Did we talk about that already?
No, have we talked about? No.
No.
This is fucking wild.
Yeah, there's fucking case was.
Yeah, Chapman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This fucking guy, the Austin sniper, right?
Yeah.
What they call him, the Texas sniper.
ISIS, tell us.
Austin Tower sniper.
Yeah, tell us about his work because I know it's something you masturbate to.
Tell the people what he did.
Yeah. Something you learn in ISIS school.
I mean, yes.
Yes.
We did cover it thoroughly.
Yeah.
He went to the University of Texas.
Okay.
He went into one of the towers and he just started sniping people. And he actually requested an autopsy in his suicide note because he was so positive that something was messed up with his head. And they did find a tumor right by the amygdala.
Wow.
And they're kind of unsure. They know it made him more aggressive. Probably they're kind of unsure if it led to.
But he was nonviolent till that point.
That's
right?
what I was saying. According to his friends and family, he had no prior problems.
Had to be that.
It had to be that.
What do you think?
How fucking wild? I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, look, people see that's the thing in the world we live in. People are like, oh, we can't tell for sure. It's like, no, some things you can. The guy was fine. Developed a tumor in his amygdala. Started killing people from a fucking tower. Of course, it's that.
Yeah, and he killed his mom before he went to the tower.
Yeah, of course, it's that.
Yeah, and his daughter or his grandmother.
His mother and his wife stabbed them and then went to the tower. So something went wrong.
And but he had wrote he had devised a whole plan though with this. Like he was like, I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna run. He wanted to be killed by the cops. It was like a death by cop.
He killed himself. He definitely.
He killed himself.
Yeah, I think he knew he was gonna kill himself.
No, I think the cops shot him down in the tower. Yeah, I think they crawled
he
up
was
and got him.
planning it because he wrote a suicide note. So he was planning.
It was a suicidal mission.
Suicide by cop.
Yeah,
probably.
suicide by cop.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. Did it? Yeah, I think what you can say for that is like, yeah, there have been other people in this world who have gotten tumors on the amygdala and haven't done that. So there was definitely something deeper. But the emotionless, he may have always wanted to do that, and then the tumor push him over the edge. That's possible because, yeah. Do I think without the tumor he does that? Probably not, because his emotions can just be like, I can't do it. But look, I think if you got a tumor in the amygdala or one of us did, like, would we do that? I don't think so. I've never wanted to do that.
Right.
Maybe he's always wanted to do that, but like, I can't. I'm such a pussy. And then boom, the simulator's like, well, let's give him a fucking tumor in the amygdala and see what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
So this guy wasn't born a psychopath, but this tumor kind of made him into like a fucking murderous psychopath. The actual MRIs of antisocial and violent behavior, the people who exhibit those and who are diagnosed as psychopaths, reveals abnormal symmetry in the hippocampus too.
Wow.
Yeah. So an abnormal hippocampus located in the medial temporal lobe has reduced left side but increased right side. That's usually what they find in violent offenders. It has a reduced left side but an increased right side. I don't know the fucking medicine of this shit, but you do. And the amygdala plays a significant role in the formation of emotions.
Well, the fucking hippocampus, though, I don't know what. Hippocampus is like memory, but I guess it is some emotion too. It must have something to do with. But I know hippocampus is that's your memory bank.
And just rounding out the guys.
Oh, but I'm sorry, it is emotion too, and the autonomic nervous system. Wow, that's interesting. And it's your fight or flight, the hippocampus. That's interesting. That's interesting. The fucking ANS is an interesting thing. Fight or flight, cause so if you got a tumor there. And the fight or flight, or if it's bigger, I mean, you may just always want to fight.
You might always want to fight.
Yeah, or
Makes
fly.
sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, or not a tumor there, but you got
just
some sort of
bigger kind of genetic abnormality,
deformities there.
Deformity, right?
Another important character in this is Cesar Lombrizio, who is a forensic psychiatrist. He's known as the father of criminology, and he was one of the first guys to say he believed that criminals are born, not made. So that's what made him significant. He was between 1825 and 1909. And where's he from? Can you look that up?
It's got to be fucking Spain.
Cesare Lombroso. That sounds Italian.
Could be Italian, could be Spanish.
Cesare Lombroso.
Lombroso.
All right. And
Italian criminology.
Wow. Nice that these guys got in on that.
Yeah, the Italians are nice. Yeah, go ahead.
And then this brings us to modern day. Yeah,
here we go. Cuck City.
What we got, what is now known as the PCLR Hare checklist. It's named after Robert Hare, who's a Canadian psychiatrist.
Well, this is the test we're going to do, right?
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Yeah, let's do the Robert Hare test.
And this is the test they use now.
Do you want to give it to me or I give it to you?
I want to give it to you first.
All right, fine.
And then you can give it to me. But this is the test that they use now to determine if people are psychopaths.
So are you giving it to me now or we're going to explain it?
No, I'm going to give it to you right the fuck now.
Yeah,
explain that shit. They'll learn it while they hear it.
All
right, cuz. Here we go. And then Zach Isis, I mean, we already know what his deal is.
Yeah, we already know.
He's not a psychopath. He's just...
No, he's not a... He's
a religion. He's a warrior for his religion.
Jack, he was recruited by ISIS.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not psychopath behavior. I mean, the Americans fucking probably killed his family when he was a kid.
He probably has,
I mean, what are you going to do?
Okay.
Allahu Akbar.
That's it.
Here are the 11 behaviors psychopath... Here we go. Based on the Hare checklist. Frequent acts of aggression. Let me think about Chrissy D. No, you don't really have that.
No.
No.
Oh, there's not like a score? This isn't objective?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, it's not objective. It's just the traits that they look for.
No, I don't have frequent outbursts, so 0 for 1.
Yeah. Constant thrill seeking. Bingo!
Big time.
That's a bingo!
Bingo, yeah.
Pin the tail on the donkey.
Yeah, that one is yeah. Sorry, so 1 for 2.
Manipulative tendencies. I'm going to go yeah.
Yeah? You think so? Yeah, no, I do manipulate. I don't manipulate you, but a lot of people, I let them teach me stuff, but I already know the answers, and I laugh in my head about how wrong they are. That? I don't know. I just something that I like to do.
Because you learn about the people that way.
Yeah, like I like when people think I'm really stupid. I enjoy that. I let them do it. I fucking let them pile it on and tell me what I'm doing is dumb.
Yeah.
I like that. And I never have an outburst. I just like it. I just kind of file it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why do you file it?
I don't know. I wish I knew. Maybe we'll find out by the end of this test.
I think it's because you enjoy learning about people and you get to learn.
Yeah.
You get to learn.
And it all goes into the making of my sanity mask. 2 out of 3. I'm 2 out of 3.
Okay. Well, yeah, manipulative. Okay. They lack genuine emotion. Oh, another one. That's a bingo.
Bingo. 3 out of 4.
I mean,
I can't smile ever.
Yeah, you don't laugh that much.
No, I don't laugh. No,
you mirror a lot. Too.
I don't. Well, I cry though. I've cried to you a bunch.
That was a good acting job you did.
Yeah, maybe I was acting.
Yeah, and you always laugh. I notice you mimic when I laugh, you laugh.
I'll
but
laugh.
you're looking at me weird, kind of like, what's a laugh? It's weird.
Yeah.
You don't understand why I'm laughing.
No.
There. You look at me like the way an alien would look at a human.
Yeah, but I try to do it too. I try to copy it.
Yeah,
I'm like, ha ha.
Yeah, you try to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. They want to take advantage of people. Oh, yeah, that's another bingo.
4 and 5.
You want, yeah.
Yeah, I love to take advantage of a lot.
You
of
want to
people.
get stuff from people and use
Make
it for
them
your
do
own.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, we'll use kindness and benevolence to get something, anything. Oh, yeah. You use kindness and benevolence.
Oh, yeah.
But
People
to get
tell me
something.
I'm the nicest guy all the time.
But it's always to get
it's always
something.
to get something, yeah.
Money, power, fame.
Women find that out a lot.
Yeah. Money, power, fame, whatever. To temporarily satisfy an even more transient want. Yeah.
5 out of 6, guys.
Yeah. They literally have no empathy. Yeah. What happens when someone cries in front of you?
I laugh.
Yeah.
I laugh.
Holy shit.
It's actually a problem. Every ex-girlfriend I've ever had, when they start to cry for something I did, I laugh at them and they get really upset.
This is getting fucking wild.
It's wild. 6 out of 7, cuz.
Holy shit. They're irresponsible and accusatory.
I don't accuse, but I am irresponsible with shit.
Psychopaths don't take responsibility for their behavior. That's not you.
No, that's not me.
It's not you.
All right.
Unless that's part of the mask. Unless you're that smart that you hide that too.
I could.
That you pretend like, yeah, it's my fault. And maybe you know it's not, but yeah.
No, I mean, I do. I don't know. I don't know if I hit that one.
Yeah.
6 out of 8.
6 out of 8. Okay. An aggrandized sense of self-worth. No, don't see that either.
No, it's not me. I kind of...
Arrogant, dominant, and narcissistic tendencies. No.
All right, 6 out of 10 now.
Damn, now we're slipping away. It's slipping away.
Because if I get these next, how many are there?
Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right.
Okay.
Right now it's 60%.
Yeah. What are we now? 6 for 10?
6 for 10. So it's
We
like
got 4 misses?
4
Yeah.
misses,
Are you? Yeah, it's 4.
no.
He's getting
I'm,
more and more sane.
I'm being truthful.
No, it can't be 6 for 10 because we're only at 9.
So I'm 6 out of 9.
6 out of 9. Okay, here's the 9th. They have no real friends. Ooh, no, that's not
I got
enough.
friends.
Fuck.
People always tell me I got friends.
No, you got friends for a long time.
Long time, yeah.
And they're all
Somebody
good
went-
kids.
yeah.
Which means I know that you're really friends with them because you like good people and they're good kids.
Yeah.
I haven't met one of your friends that I didn't like.
And I've never heard any of them. I've never heard any of them.
Yeah.
So it's 6. I'm 6 out of 10 now.
Oh, now we're getting a 6 out of 10. Wow.
Yeah,
and it's
see?
slipping away, cuz.
Interesting. It's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be a photo finish.
I feel like fucking Michigan in the finals, they went up at the beginning and now it looks like fucking
Yeah.
Villanova's taking over.
Yeah.
All right. They're frighteningly charming. That's a bingo!
Brother Regis, I'll never forget. I got called in for my mother. He called my mother in for a meeting, and she was like, "What is this about?" And she said, she told me, Brother Regis, he wanted to tell her face to face that in his 40 years of teaching, and exact words, this is the year 2000, in his 40 years of teaching, he's never met anybody as charming as me.
Except when Ted Bundy was going
Except
there.
Ted Bundy was the only other student. He said he's never met anyone as charming as me, and that she would be remiss if she didn't push me into law. That's what she said. He should be a lawyer because he's so charming.
Okay,
That's what she said.
Yeah,
so there you go. That's a bingo.
You're a charming kid.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah.
That's why Puss loves Chrissy D.
I love Chrissy because I got a big head and I'm charmed.
And you got, dude, you can.
They look past my hips.
They don't care about that anteater nipple. Neither.
No, they don't care about it at all.
Doesn't matter.
They're just ready to go.
I mean, your anteater looks like it's hunting for coins on the beach. It's pointed down.
It's pointed down. Yeah, it looks like a fucking
It looks like that machine that's like
Yeah, the ding machine. Yeah,
but it definitely does. Mostly,
yeah.
it looks
my
like
my anteaters look like a ShamWow.
it does. Remember when I told you it looked like an anteater, and you went and pulled up the anteater photo, and you're like, your tit does look like that.
Yeah, and you hit the floor hard with laughing. But I kind of copied your laughter. But I was really just looking out the window. I want to kill birds.
All right.
Yeah. So what am I? 7 out of 11 now?
Yeah. You keeping track, ISIS? Come
7
on.
out of 10.
You
7
gotta
out of
keep up.
10.
7
Oh
out
yeah.
of 10.
So I'm getting up there now.
All right. Okay. They're frighteningly charming. We got that one. They're habitual criminals. No, another
No,
miss.
I'm not. I don't.
Another miss.
I've never committed a crime in my life.
No, never
So
missed.
7 out of 12.
You will pick
11,
your nose in
7 out of
public.
7 out of 11.
Is picking your nose in public or inside other people's houses fucking?
Is that a crime?
Is that a
though?
If
crime?
you wipe it on the couch, that's
He's-
Nah, I eat them.
You eat them.
Yeah. So I give it back to myself.
Yo, I swear to God, cuz. I swear to fucking God. Look, I don't think you're a psychopath. I think you're a good kid. I
Yeah.
think you're a really good kid. You're also a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
But if you got put down,
Yeah.
the world, I'm not saying the world would be a better place,
Yeah.
but it would be more orderly. There would be more order. Maybe his kid picks his nose and fucking eats it, cuz.
Yeah. Fucking what?
I mean, you're all over the map, cuz.
Yeah.
You don't make sense.
I'm a wild kid.
You're a wild kid. All right. So that's it.
So I got
What did you
7
score
out
on
of
that?
12.
7 out of 11.
7 out of 11. So is that? I wonder if is that the percentage fit?
7 of 11.
Am I psyched up?
You might be psyched up and psyched out. I don't know.
In school, I think that'd be a passing grade. So
I
yeah.
passed. Yeah. All right. Good. I'm psyched out.
I think. I don't. I mean, I don't know.
You got to nail all 11. You think?
I don't know. That's what I'm going to research real quick. Unless
I found
ISIS
more.
can beat me to it.
I found 20 traits.
Oh, you found?
Oh, you found 20
It
traits?
is 20.
Yeah, I found a list of Robert Hare's 20 traits.
All right. So
What
I got.
did I miss?
Yeah. Let's do these
so
9.
there was pathological lying,
I don't lie.
No.
superficial charm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bingo.
grandiose sense of self,
No.
need for stimulation,
Yeah.
Yes.
Bingo.
cunning and manipulative,
Yes.
We think so. Maybe.
lack of remorse or guilt,
We think so. Yeah.
No, I'm loaded with guilt. But is that from Catholicism?
Or is that a mask? If it's true, no, he doesn't have it. So we go no. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go no. I'm gonna
All
believe
right.
it.
All right.
I don't think you're that good an actor.
Yeah.
shallow emotional response,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I laugh when people cry.
Yeah.
callousness and lack of empathy,
No, I'm
I
empathetic.
don't know. Yeah. No, I don't think so.
parasitic lifestyle,
No.
What's parasitic lifestyle?
It means you live off other people. No.
Yeah, you-
No.
In
Now
fact-
other people live off me.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you say anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get yourself fucking killed.
I'm wild.
You are
Yeah, but,
fucking wild.
but we all got to go down sometime,
Yeah,
right?
you're too honest to be a psychopath. I mean,
Yeah.
or maybe that's how psychopaths are. They don't care. Maybe you
care.
don't know the danger of it because you're a psychopath.
Yeah, because I don't feel the emotion. I have no remorse.
Yeah, I don't know. What else we got? This is good.
poor behavioral controls,
I'm going to say that's a bingo.
Yeah, fucking. That's eating my boogers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, in front of other people, cuz.
So it's a trait
you're
of a
grown
psycho.
man. You're not a 7-year-old.
No.
Even a 7-year-old, the mother says stop it, and the kid stops it.
I eat my bugs and bite my nails, and I
Yeah.
bite my fucking toenails.
Yeah, I mean, my brother's brain injured. He does it once in a while. I stop him. You're gonna be like, at least now you're gonna hang out with him, and you guys are gonna pick your noses together,
Yeah.
guys.
Fucking wild.
You're about to meet him too.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
next one, sexual promiscuity,
We're gonna go. I'm gonna let Chris answer that one.
Bingo.
Pin the tail on the donkey.
early
On the dicky.
behavior problems,
Early behavior
early
problem.
like as a child,
No.
I mean, I never got in trouble. I mean, you're the one who's got thrown out of schools.
We're gonna do me next.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, we're
next
gonna go no.
we got lack of realistic long-term goals,
No.
No.
I'm no.
impulsivity,
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a bingo.
Bingo.
Bingo was his name, oh.
irresponsibility,
No, I mean,
I'm not gonna say that either. I'm gonna say nah, not to the point where you can call it now. Not
and
all the
with
way.
that, with
Some
that the
things.
next one is failure to accept responsibility.
I'm gonna go no too.
no.
Yeah.
Next we got many short-term marital relationships,
Yes.
That's a bingo.
juvenile delinquency,
No.
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 revocation of conditional release,
No.
and criminal versatility.
No.
No, fuck.
So yeah, you're not psycho.
Not even close.
Yeah. You're not.
All right, let's do Yannis then.
Holy shit.
All right, let's start.
All right, cool. Giannis, we've got pathological lying.
Pathological lying. No, I answered
I
this.
do remember
yeah.
you accusing him of being a pathological liar on one of the episodes of YKWd.
For what?
He showed up late, and you said he does that all the time because he's a pathological liar.
That's true. Yeah, what?
Shit.
I don't know if it's pathological lie. I'm going to say
I lied that day, though.
you did lie that day.
Yeah, well, I said that I told her and I didn't tell her.
You didn't tell. I'm going to say no on that, though, because that's the only. I don't really catch him a lot. So, all right, that's. So, 0 for 1.
Maybe
Go.
I'm just
So we
fucking
got
good.
glib and superficial charm.
Glib and superficial charm. Yes, that's yes.
I
That's a
was
bingo.
like him when I was a kid.
Yeah,
When I was
superficial
young,
charm. Yeah.
the teacher said the same thing
Yes.
about me. Maybe that's why we get along so well.
Maybe.
I used to have people follow me. They thought I was like a cult leader.
Yeah. So he's 1 for 1. He's
Yeah.
one out of 2.
Grandiose sense of self.
Absolutely.
That's
bingo.
a bingo.
I mean, just look at his Facebook. I mean, he'll fucking tell you everything that's wrong with the world and how he's got all the answers out of his fucking mother's basement is where he's writing the shit from. Go ahead.
Need for stimulation.
That's a bingo. He needs to be stimulated. I mean, he's got snooze in his lip right now. He's put chewing tobacco in his mouth right now because
I
he
just
needs
did it, yeah.
some sense. So he's actually 3 out of 4 right
Yeah,
now.
he's actually going
he's
a
getting
little
closer.
higher.
All right, let's go.
I actually shut down if people aren't stimulated. Like, I don't want to be. I
Yeah.
don't even want to be there. I
He
don't want
needs
to
to be
talk. I don't want to
stimulated.
go out. The only time I'm having a good time is if someone is stimulating.
Yeah.
And not in like they need to be smart. I need to be stimulated.
So he's 3 out of 4. All right, go ahead.
Cunning and manipulative.
Absolutely bingo. 4 out of 5. He's fucking manipulates until he gets his way constantly.
Lack of remorse or guilt.
Absolutely bingo.
What?
Lack of remorse.
Are you kidding
Cuz
me?
you don't care. You fucking punch your brother in the stomach. You didn't give a
It's
shit.
self-defense.
You kick people at the comedy show. You don't care.
He punched me
Cuz-
first. Both times the person swung on me
Cuz
first.
what
I don't
about
know.
the
That
time?
sounds like a little not accepting
There's been
responsibility.
There's been times where you've accidentally sent the wrong text to like someone that is so. I'll never forget this. You sent a text once that to the wrong guy. You sent a text to the wrong manager, and it was the worst thing you could possibly say. And you sent it, and there was like a moment of silence, and then you popped at him and go, "What are you gonna do?" That's what you said. That's lack of remorse. I'm gonna say yes. You had no remorse on that.
Oh, boy.
So
You
you're
had
5
zero
out of
remorse.
6 right now.
Shit.
Fucking.
Shallow emotional response.
Shallow emotional response. Yeah.
Oh, I got you tricked.
I don't know.
My mask is good.
You got a good man.
I got a good mask.
He's got it because there's times where he does give a nice emotional response, but there's also times where I'm just gonna say no. If it's because some of these are just like I only want to give one when it's like as you're asking the question, I have the example, so it's like
Callousness and lack of empathy.
callousness and lack of empathy. No,
Yeah.
no.
I'm coming back.
Parasitic lifestyle.
Parasitic lifestyle. No, he doesn't live. No,
But
no.
for a while, I mean, I lived at home.
Actually, no. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Parasitic lifestyle. Yeah, he's 48 years old. He just moved out of his house 2 months ago. I would say yes. Parasitic lifestyle. He was living in a fucking. When he did have roommates, he was paying like $300 a fucking month. Yeah, yeah. Parasitic lifestyle. I'd say yes.
And my girlfriend was paying my rent at that time.
And his
pretty much.
girlfriend was paying his rent. Wow, I forgot. Yeah.
So you're 7 out of 9 right now.
Yep. Oh, and he also he's like a self-proclaimed dog trainer, and he makes his girlfriend walk the dog at 6 o'clock in the morning because he doesn't want to get up. So yeah, absolutely. Parasite.
So we've got poor behavioral controls.
I would say poor behavioral controls. Well, he's always late. He shows that he's always late.
That
so
could be
that's
just Greek, though.
That's a behavior problem.
That's Greek, though.
That's Greek. Okay. Poor behavior.
But no, if it's something, you got to go with it. Yeah.
He's always late. Snooze in his mouth all the time. He eats so fast that he chokes.
It's true.
Yeah.
A lot. Every day almost.
Yeah. So I'm going to say yes on that. Yeah.
Fuck.
Sexual promiscuity.
Sexual promiscuity, I can say no.
Yeah.
No, ever since I know you've had a girlfriend and you
Very restrained, yeah.
we're restrained actually, yeah. He
So
watched a lot of porn, but that's not
Yeah.
he's not going after different kinds of women.
No.
You're at 9/11. No joke intended.
You want to stop the quiz right there, right?
Yeah.
Because you want to salute?
We're at
So,
prime
salute,
time
yeah.
for me. We're at
Yeah.
prime time.
A tear just rolled down from Zach Guy's face.
We kind of answered this, but early behavior problems.
Early behavior problems, yes, he's been thrown out of 3 or 4 schools.
Yes.
So that's a guaranteed boom.
Yes, but not early behavior problems. Does that mean as a young kid, or does that mean like in teenage years?
I think they could both be considered
Yeah,
early.
so then
Yeah, he
we're
was
gonna
got
go
thrown
yeah.
out of schools left
We're
and
gonna
right.
yeah.
Lack of realistic long-term goals.
Yeah.
Lack of I would say yes. Lack of realistic long-term
I mean,
goals.
my goals. I want to become a dictator of the world.
He wants to like own the world, and then he'll tell you that he can't believe why Bayridge Boys isn't in fucking syndication already. Like he'll tell you that Bayridge Boys needs to be a TV show. We got 3 episodes on the internet.
Impulsivity.
Impulsive? No, he's more. You actually think about decisions a lot. I'm impulsive.
Yeah.
You're not impulsive. I think you really think about a choice.
Yeah, we didn't do that one for you, but you got
I got that one.
That's a bingo for you.
Yeah. All right. So
No, we did impulsivity.
Oh, we did?
no,
Yeah.
I think it was on the.
Yeah,
11.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it mine.
Irresponsibility.
Irresponsibility.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, there's times where we'd be going to a gig. He doesn't know where it is. He'll forget to book a flight.
Not a flight.
Yeah, but
I constantly don't know if I'm booked.
You don't know if you're booked ever.
Yeah.
The lateness is irresponsible.
Yeah.
What else is irresponsible? You forget birthdays a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about your acceptance? Do you have failure to accept your responsibility?
Wait, is that the next one?
That's the next one.
one.
Failure to
Wait,
accept
so what's the
responsibility.
verdict on this one?
On irresponsibility, I'm going to say no because it's not like so.
It doesn't jump out at you.
Doesn't jump out at me.
I
so
fool you good.
yeah.
Wow.
So all right, what's this next?
Failure to accept responsibility.
Yeah, I would say I would say that to him. Yeah,
I
it's
blame
never,
everybody.
It's never his fault.
Yeah.
It's never his fault.
I blame everybody.
Yeah.
Many short-term marital relationships.
No, not. I mean, not since I've known you. Maybe
I've had long-term.
you've had long term. Yeah. Yeah.
Juvenile delinquency.
Nope.
No, but I mean, no, right? You never. No. Yeah, I'd say no.
I mean, I've done a couple bad things, but
yeah,
didn't get caught. I guess. I don't know. Not too many. No.
Revocation of conditional release.
What does that really mean?
I don't know what that means either.
Does that mean like you're crazy? They take you in and they let you go?
Yeah, they hold you in because revocation of you're
Like you can
released on
convince them?
condition of good behavior or whatever, but it gets revoked because
But it gets revoked.
Yeah, no, that's not me.
No. He's never even been in jail.
Yeah.
And the last one is criminal versatility.
No.
No.
He's never really committed a crime.
So-
he got more than me though.
14 out of 20. He's definitely more crazy than you.
Interesting.
Holy shit.
Makes sense, cuz.
Fuck.
Yo,
cuz.
fucking, why don't you guys do
I've
this?
done these tests on the internet and I came back an empath.
Yeah.
Empathetic.
Nah, cuz, not.
Fuck.
Now
Not according to Robert Hare.
Not according to Chrissy D.
You're psyched
Chrissy
up.
D's the one that did that.
You're
fucking
psyched up. And listen, you guys out there, you pseudo penises out there, why don't you guys do the test and tweet it at us? Tell us what scores you guys got. Join our fucking channel at patreon.com/BayRidgeBoys. We got
Yeah, let me just piggyback off that. For the people who have, we're about to read you out. Thank you. The people that do, we just shot episode 5 of Bayridge Boys. Every single one of your dollars goes to our production, to our efforts here, History Hyenas, to fucking pay Zach Isis, to fucking keep us going. You're supporting us. We appreciate it. It's our channel, patreon.com, Bayridge Boys. Go sign up, $1 a month, $5 a month, 25, whatever you can afford.
whatever it is.
Do it, cuzzo.
Do it up, Cubzo. Thank you. Patreon.com/BayRidgeBoys. And when you guys do sign up, you're going to get your names read on the podcast. And these are our new members to the Patreon family. Welcome to the Bayridge Boys fam. Here they are. First up, Ben Beddard. Thank you, Benny B.
Betty B.
Benny B. Next up, Anthony Raul.
Yo, Anthony, thank you.
Anthony Raul, Puerto Rican.
Raul. Oh, he's Puerto Rican.
Fucking half Puerto Rican,
Yo,
half
thank
Italian.
you. Yo, Anthony Roth, thank you so much. We appreciate that shit.
Thank you, Christian Roth.
Christian Roth. That's a good waspy name, no?
Yeah.
Christian Roth.
This next guy's going to bring a tear.
Sounds
to my-
like a psychopath. Christian Roth.
Christian Roth
killed
actually is
4
a psycho
people.
name, yeah.
If you saw that headline, Christian Roth kills 4 people.
Would make sense.
Makes sense.
This next guy's going to bring a tear to my eye.
Okay.
With his name. Gerig Hummelberg. This guy's a full fucking blown. He's about the Reich.
Say it again. What's his name?
Gerig
Gareg
Hammelberg.
Hammelberg. Well, thank you so much for your donation. We appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Then the last guy, Jonathan Duenas.
¿Qué pasa, mi gente?
Thank you.
Wepa, wepa.
Thank you guys so much for being Patreon, our newest Patreon members, and for supporting the Bayridge Boys and supporting History Hyenas.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. We appreciate it, guys. Email us at, what is it again? Fucking BayridgeBoys@riotcast.com.
I don't even know if we have one yet.
What's
And
the
you know what?
email?
I posted today. I said, yo, email us questions. I didn't even tell them.
The email.
Yo,
They could post it right there on the Patreon community board, or
Yes.
they could historyhyenas@gmail.com.
HistoryHyenas@gmail.com.
So we have an email
We
address?
got an email.
We're moving up in the world, cuz.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Guys and girls, don't mean to assume gender. Thanks so much. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And if anybody's out there, I asked this last week, if they know a baker and they could bake us a cake in the shape of a hyena pseudo-penis, we would be greatly appreciated. And you will be honorary pseudo-penis of the week, PPW. I mean...
Hold up a sec. Who's the PPW?
Well, the PPW of the week, I mean, nobody... Well, actually, no. You know what? You know who I'm going to give PPW?
Because you have to announce every week a PP. That's
Okay.
your fucking responsibility from now. We just started this podcast.
Here.
Since I'm a psychopath, I'm assigning you the responsibility of who the PPW of the week is, cuz.
Yeah, I'm giving PPW of the week on Instagram. Her name is Kimberly VDW. KIMBERLEE VDW. You are pseudo penis of the week for sending me multiple pictures of you buying a smoothie from Joe and the Juice and writing "Kitty with a smoothie."
Yes!
Yes!
Kitty with a smithy!
And hashtagging Bayridge Boys. You are the PPW. Thank you so much. Also want to shout out Rafael DeLuca for making another Pete song. Want to say thank you for that. Keep the songs coming. You're always you're in the PPW HOF, PPW Pseudo Penis of the Week Hall of Fame. But so we got to keep, we got to give different people PPWs every week. But thank you so much for your service. Patreon.com/Bayridge Boys to be a part of our channel and our community. History Hyenas on iTunes and everything else. Thank you so much for listening. We are gay.
True blood guys. Kitties with smoothies out.
Bye.